If we don't stop them in this election and remove the one thing they need to hurt us, power, then, ladies and gentlemen, pain is on the other side of that. There's no doubt. Folks, you've got to separate these people from power. Your options are that or destruction on the other side of it. They are that bad right now.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Trump tweets give him PTSD, and he thinks all dudes should sit to pee.
And with Donald Trump continuing to hold a commanding lead, even expanding lead in the polls, we're faced with the possibility, the startling possibility, that the man impeached for inciting the rioters on January 6th could be elected again.
To last throughout the years. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. Celebration. There's a party going on right here.
Knives, knives, knives.
Former D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Falone was there that day, there on the west front of the Capitol, battling the mob. He was dragged down the Capitol steps. He was tased by someone in the pro-Trump mob. He suffered a heart attack during the fighting.
I think that's yours.
Yeah.
You got your pad, Phil?
Yeah, they stole my radio, too.
Give you another suspension.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Well, if they're going to suspend you anyway, tell them you gave it to them.
Yeah.
They said they were taxpayers and they
wanted it back.
How you doing?
Soy boy.
He's a soy boy. He's so annoyed. He's a soy boy. He feels no joy.
I mean, some days are better than others. Today's a good day.
He's a soy boy.
I'm happy that I've got the opportunity to, to speak out, talk about the events of that day.
Joining me now in studio is Michael Falone, former D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer. I'm going to try to get through this. Thank you for what you did 3 years ago today.
This idea that Officer Falone is just this unconnected cop from D.C. who risked his life to save democracy on January 6th, of course, none of that's true.
Please tell me your thoughts on this third anniversary.
He's a soy boy. He's so annoyed. He's a soy boy. He feels no joy.
We're 3 years out from the January 6th insurrection. We had the benefit of a bipartisan January 6th Select Committee investigation.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Which really rolled out the evidence supporting the fact that it was, in fact, an insurrection, that it was intentional, and that it was pre-planned by Donald Trump and members of his administration.
Can they show us one damn sentence in the hundreds of thousands of documents that they have collected, anything, anywhere, that links Donald Trump to directing or ordering an attack on the Capitol building? Where is it?
If they can't see the facts for what they are, then they have aligned themselves and become part of the MAGA insurrectionist Republican Party.
There's nothing, absolutely zero evidence that Donald Trump was involved in an effort to violently overthrow our elections or our government. Literally nothing.
It's difficult to convince people, especially younger voters who maybe didn't witness the January 6th attack weren't old enough to fully appreciate what happened that day.
If you're leading an insurrection, do you release a video while an insurrection, quote unquote, is going on and say, please stand down? Or do you release a video that says something a little differently if you're leading an insurrection, like, I'm calling on all my armed supporters to go to the Capitol. I'm calling on the United States military, I'm ordering them to encircle the building. This is an insurrection. We're taking over the government. None of that happened, and yet that's an insurrection.
How proud I felt to be an American at that moment, much in the way that I did when I learned that our military had killed Osama bin Laden.
These two seem comparable to you?
Incredibly proud to have been.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but why that comparison in particular?
Osama bin Laden was a terrorist who committed a horrific act against American people, and I believe that Donald Trump is a terrorist who committed horrific acts against the American people.
The spokesman for January 6th hysteria is that drama queen of a cop, D.C. police officer Michael Fanone.
His gender is soy, his opinions are soy, he's soy-cum-sized, and he's always pissed at he's a socialist.
A judge sentenced Daniel D.J. Rodriguez to 12.5 years in prison for the attack on Officer Michael Fanone.
Daniel Rodriguez placed a stun gun against Officer Michael Fanone's neck and repeatedly shocked him. Fanone suffering a heart attack but survived.
Prosecutors say Fanone suffered a concussion and a heart attack before he was handed back to his fellow officers.
The attack brought on what he calls a mild heart attack.
You know, I think probably for about the first 2 weeks after the 6th, I was still, you know, riding pretty high on adrenaline. Shortly thereafter, I started to experience some of the, I guess, more psychological injuries.
The man who attacked you with that stun gun was sentenced to more than 12 years in prison.
They did so because, A, they engaged in an insurrection.
Shut up!
The press coalition and the defense, the three men who are charged with attacking Officer Fanone, have asked for his full body camera footage. A judge has denied that, saying that they are not entitled to see the full body camera footage of Officer Fanone. Why not?
Did you think you were going to die out there?
Guys were like grabbing gear off my vest, and I remember guys chanting like kill him with his own gun. I thought about killing people. I'll probably shoot a couple, and then they're going to take the gun away from me and kill me.
Shut up!
Michael Fanone has been in the media since January 14th when he was profiled in the Washington Post.
What about your experience on January 6th in an op-ed for the Post back in August of 2021?
He is repeatedly going on CNN. I certainly did not think calling him a crisis actor would cross the line.
His father is a high-powered attorney, and the father's law firm gives a lot of money to Democrat candidates.
His father is a lawyer with a partner with a big law firm in Washington, D.C. He is with a firm called Ballard Spahr, which is a democratically connected law firm, has done a lot of work against Donald Trump's administration and his campaign after the 2020 election. They have attorneys on staff who advise the Biden campaign.
Experiencing the amount of violence that I did and, you know, having lived through that makes me like really cognizant with every interaction that I have to be compassionate and empathetic.